Welcome to From Chaos to Peace with Conny. My name is Conny Graf and I am your host. I'm here to explore with you, often solo and sometimes with a guest, how a few minutes a day can keep the chaos away. And with chaos, I'm talking about the physical, digital, social, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual clutter that can accumulate in our life and business. In every episode, I want to make you aware how clutter is so much more than you think and why I say that clearing your clutter is self-love. Well, hello, my friend. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 172. Thank you so much for allowing me back into your ears. Please subscribe and follow my podcast if you haven't yet. This way you never miss an episode, and share it with your family and friends, because if you find value in what I'm talking about, they will too. So today I want to talk about goal setting and setting intentions. We have a very powerful new moon and solar eclipse coming up, and as you know, it's advantageous to set intentions on a new moon because every new moon has the energy of new beginnings in it, and that rubs off on us. This new moon is very special for a variety of reasons, but this is not an astrology podcast, so I'm not going into the details of why and how, other than the powerful planet of transformation, Pluto, is involved in this new moon, making it extra juicy. But that also means we most likely have to let go of something, leave something behind in order to get what we intend or what we want, to reach the goal we want, because that's also the signature of powerful Pluto. So let's get into the 4 levels of setting intentions. But before that, I want to give credit to the Icario podcast, episode number 22, called The 4 Types of Goals. That episode got me inspired to think deeply about my own intention setting process, and I wanted to share with you how it relates to getting organized in your office, files, and finances. I have the link to this Icario podcast episode 22 in the show notes in case you want to go listen to Shane and Ollie talk about 4 types of goals. This concept basically explains in a real great way what I mean when I say the magic lays in a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away. I talked about that in episode number 85 called Why a Few Minutes a Day Are Like Magic. So let's start with a quick overview of the 4 levels of intentions or goals, with level 1 being the lowest and level 4 the highest, and the one level that we want to aim for. Level 1 is having goals, in the sense of I want to have an organized office, organized files, and organized finances. Having. Level 2 is being goals. I want to be organized and on top of my finances, for example. Level 3 is becoming goals. I want to become organized and in control of my finances. And level 4 is doing goals. And in the doing goals is a few minutes a day keeps the chaos away in my home, office, files, and finances. So let's unpack these 4 levels one by one so you understand what I'm saying and how you can get from the lowest level, level 1, which we are usually at, we're having some goals, all the way up to the highest level, level 4, and actually succeed in reaching these goals that you're having. Level 1, having goals. I want to have an organized home and office. I want to have organized files. I want to have organized finances. Having goals are all about what you want to have. And that is a low-level goal because often having goals are like wishing. You wish you have the thing already, preferably without having to do anything for it. And when I talk about intention setting on the new moon, I don't mean what others call the new moon wishing, where they come up with their wishes during the new moon, they write them down on a piece of paper and then put the paper somewhere, forget about it and hope for the best. This is level 1 of the 4 levels, and this is wishing. We hope that we wake up one morning and poof, we have what we wish for. I certainly have been this way in my life before, and sometimes even still. And I'm also come across a lot of people like this when it comes to organizing and taking charge of finances. These people want to have a supportive home, an organized office, and understand their finances, but they are not really willing and committed to do anything about it. It stays at the wish of having it. They are searching then for someone with a magic wand or for a solution that doesn't require them to change or do anything different. We all have been there, wishing it would poof, just happen for us, right? And we waste then a lot of time and energy finding that someone with the magic wand or pill, or finding that something that gives us what we want without us having to do anything. I also talk about that in my podcast episode 56 called It Only Works If You Do the Work. As Shane Malach in the Icario podcast episode 22 points out, this kind of intention or goal doesn't give us any direction. Or, like my guest Jen Anderson said on episode 64, Perfectionist to Accomplished, we are all told to not be perfectionists, but nobody actually tells us how to be that or how to do that. So now, there is nothing wrong with starting with a having goal or a having intention. We are often inspired when we see someone have something and we want it too. But just know that's only the beginning. If we are serious about our goal or our intention, we have to go deeper or higher in this case and give ourselves directions. This leads up the ladder to level 2, being goals. I want to be organized. We are understanding now that we cannot just have it, that we need to first be someone that has what we want. But we can start thinking about who we need to be compared to who we are right now. Maybe right now you think of yourself as a messy person, but you realize that you want to be organized. So you move up one level from wanting to have an organized environment to understanding that you need to be an organized person. But then I hear a lot of people say, oh, I want to be as organized as you are. But when I ask them if they are prioritizing it and are taking steps towards it, often the answer is no. In this level, level 2, we are often still searching high and low for the magic wand or magic pill on how to overnight be someone different than who we really are. Wishing that something magically happens to us, that we are all of a sudden organized, that we are overnight in control of our finances. That's level 2. But it's still a level up from level 1 because we are not like a little kid just about having something or dreaming of having something. It brings the goal and the intention kind of back to us. It's realizing that in order to have something, we need to be a certain way. But it also means we are often not really ready to buckle up, taking responsibility and doing the work. Still, from this level, we can now at least start thinking about the how, thinking about how we can become such a person. Which leads to level 3, becoming goals. I want to become organized. Becoming goals or becoming intentions are more constructive than the first 2 levels, the having and the being, because it's the first time we acknowledge that there is a journey and a process to reach our goals, that there are certain things to do in order to reach our goals, and that it's not just poof here overnight or poof I am different overnight. When we're here on level 3, we really get that it's not just going to happen overnight, that it will take a while to achieve it. Like the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what the becoming goal shows us. Now we're not just passively wanting to have it or waiting to be it one day. With the word becoming, we start to realize it's up to us to do the work, to become who we want to be and have what we want. This is really powerful because it means things are in our control. Situations or fate is not imposed on us. Instead, we are in control. We have control. This is why I say I take you on a journey from chaos to peace. The journey is understanding you can't just have it or be it. You have to go on a journey to become it, become organized and in charge of your finances. But as Shane points out in the Icario podcast episode 22, there is still a flaw in this third level. And the flaw is by focusing all our energy on getting there, on getting to the end of the journey, getting to the goal, we don't think past this point. We invest all our energy into getting there, but not further. And then what? Most people forget about what happens once they reach the goal, once they reach the destination. And maybe you have experienced that in your own life too. You had a goal and you pushed really hard and focused and worked hard until you reached the goal. And after celebrating for a bit that you reached the goal, you then fell into a dark hole because all of a sudden you achieved your goal and you had nothing to work towards anymore. But what also happens is you stop pushing yourself. Instead, you start to relax and to pull back, and you start losing again what you worked so hard for. With my clients, that is when the chaos starts creeping back in because they stopped doing what got them to become organized and in control. So that's why we need to set intentions and goals from yet another higher level, the doing level, which is level 4, doing goals or doing intentions. A few minutes a day keeps the chaos away. This is where we are getting somewhere and keeping it, because here we start thinking what we need to do on a daily basis that is sustainable to get us to our goal and beyond. This is the highest level because we intentionally decide what we want and need to do every day to reach our goal, and then every day for the rest of our life to maintain that goal. It is the most practical level, the level where we are not just wishing and dreaming to having it, being it, or becoming it. Here is actually where we are doing something every single day to go have it, be it, and become it. And by doing a few minutes a day, we move towards our goals with baby steps maybe. And it might feel like it's going so slow, but nevertheless, we can see and acknowledge that we are moving forward. Now we are not stuck anymore just wishing and dreaming. I said many times, a few minutes a day, every single day, will move you faster to an organized and supportive environment. This level 4 is the magic solution, is the magic pill, is the magic wand that we are looking for, that you are looking for to get organized. A few minutes a day is way more effective than doing a fire drill every few months that leaves you exhausted and doesn't last because the chaos quickly creeps back in and keeps you struggling. Doing goals let us also win every day because we experience a sense of organization and peace daily. When we did the few minutes a day, we win. And we can celebrate and we can be proud of ourselves. Doing goals get the momentum going and they help us train our organizing muscle. They help us build supportive habits over time that keep our environment and finances organized, effortlessly and easily. Doing goals let us be in control. They are very practical. We either do it or we don't. No wishing or dreaming involved. No good luck needed. No broken magic wands to fix. Just doing the thing every single day. We can measure the progress with doing goals too. We either did it or not. It's a yes or a no. And as long as we did the few minutes, we know we're moving forward and towards our goal. That's why, my friend, I say a few minutes a day keep the chaos away. This is the level of goal setting or intention setting you need if you really want to reach your goals. Whatever you write in level 1 and 2 are not goals, but just wishes and dreams. There is nothing wrong with wishes and dreams as long as you understand. Now you have to move up the ladder and get to the doing, to level 4. Everything starts with a thought, a dream, and a wish. We see someone having something and we wish or dream to have it too. That is great if we can use it as inspiration in level 1 and level 2 and then move up the ladder to the 4th level where we figure out what we can do daily to eventually have what the other person has and inspired us that we want too. When we are standing solid on top of these 4 levels, we can see with doing a few minutes a day, we automatically become the person who can be organized, and soon we are the person who is organized, and in no time we then have an organized office, files, and finances. So to summarize the 4 levels of goal setting from low to high, they are level 1, having goals, which is the lowest level. I want to have an organized home or office. I want to have it just given to me without me doing anything for it. Level 2 is being goals. Here I understand it starts with me, but now I want to be organized without having to do anything for it. Level 3 is becoming goals. Now at least I understand there is a journey and a process involved, that I have to do something if I want to become organized. And the highest level, level 4, is the doing goal. Here we identified the how, and then we are doing this how. We're doing the thing, the habit, a few minutes a day, every single day until we reach the goal and beyond, of course, to maintain the status quo that we reached. Okay, my friend, that's it for this week. Go identify on what level you are with your goals. Are you still in the wishing phase of level 1 and 2? Or are you in the realizing phase? Phase 3, realizing that you need to figure out a how. Or have you figured out what to do every single day, a few minutes a day? So you are in level 4, but you notice you're not doing it. You have no accountability. You're not doing what you said you're gonna do. If you struggle with chaos in your home, office, files, and finances, and you realize you are stuck, contact me because I can help. That's my superpower. Together, we will figure out level 3 and level 4, the becoming organized, and what the best thing for you to do is in these few minutes a day to keep your chaos away and to get organized and in control. And when you're working with me, you're not alone. You don't feel alone. You don't feel left alone, and you have an accountability partner. We can walk together that journey from your chaos to your peace. The link to a complimentary Chaos to Peace consultation is in the show notes, and the show notes you find at connygraf.com/podcast/172. Thank you for listening all the way to the end. And if you love my podcast, you can really help me by going to Apple Podcast and write an honest review. This will help that more people find this podcast and can move from chaos to peace in their life and business. Have a beautiful and amazing week. Talk to you next time. Take good care and be safe. If you enjoyed this podcast episode and you want to go on a journey from chaos to peace in your home, office, and finances with me as your guide, opportunities to work with me one-on-one are available. Go to connygraf.com, CONNYGRAF.com to schedule your own personal Clutter to Clarity chat. And we will see if working together is a great fit. That is connygraf.com, CONNYGRAF.com.